Cap G not on the list. Lion Ted, no thanks. I just don't know, chat. If I want to be a politician, here's a real question, chat. A lot of you guys think this is all pie in the sky, right? Wait like 5 years until I'm a politician. Chat, can that toxic Trump style still work? Like, let's just say that I'm running against Super Canadian. Can I just call him names and just be top? Can that still work? That's what I'm wondering. I feel like the answer is yes. I actually think that it's literally done. I don't think so. Why? I think it can. I still think, why me? I was either gonna use you or Big Pimpin'. Cells is not here, so I was gonna use you two. I just don't see why it can't work. Like if I just said Lion Alex, I'm running against Big Pimpin', chat. Me and Big Pimpin' are in the Senate race. I'm calling him Lion Alex. You're not even from this country. Maybe you're a pedophile. Maybe. Well, I don't know. That might be a little too far. The Fox guy, Tucker Carlson. His name is Tucker, not Chris. Yeah, his name is Tucker Carlson. Yeah, that's him. His name is Tucker Carlson. BP, what's it called? There's evidence. Yeah, yeah. There's evidence. Should I bust out the video with Roman? Oh goodness. The point is, chat, can that still work? I feel like the answer is actually yes. I really do believe Trump lost. Here's what I'll say, chat. Now I'll prove it right now. I'll prove why I believe that toxicity can still work. And I can actually prove it with the platform you guys are using right now. Do any of you guys watch toxic streamers? And I consider myself to be pretty toxic. And I mean, without like, not me, right? I mean, like other toxic streamers. I think the answer is I think the answer for a lot of Twitch watchers would be yes. Because I can give you guys an example. With League of Legends, there was a streamer. He doesn't stream very much right now, but there's a streamer named Hashinshin, and he's super toxic. He had a very quick trigger finger when it came to banning people in his Twitch chat. If you criticize his play, ban. You know what I mean? Yelling at people, constantly toxic about the game. I think a lot of people watch toxic Twitch streamers. Literally, toxic streaming is washed and is 2015-esque. Really? You think so? Because I don't even think Twitch was that big in 2015, to be honest. I think Twitch has really popped off in like the last 3 years or so. I don't think... Chat, who watched Twitch in 2015? Is Farfa toxic? That's a good question. Chat, is Farfa toxic? John is toxic sometimes. I don't think John's toxic. What I mean is, I don't think John's a toxic person. Like, John's not toxic. John's like way too nice. Shut up, chat. Is Farfa toxic? I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to say Nadir's toxic, chat. Well, then there you go. If Farfa's toxic, Nadir gets thousands of viewers, chat. And what I mean is, like, are you the hugger rainbow type guy? You know what I mean? Like you guys know what I mean. You guys know how like John is just like a super nice person in like almost every instance. And I'm like, even me, I'm just like, dude, you're like too, I want to be like, John, you're just too nice. Like, be toxic sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, if tons of people watch Farfa, that kind of goes to my point. He's toxic to you? No, I think he's like, are you talking about Farfa? No, I think he's just toxic in general. Farfa just doesn't have a filter. Well, that goes to toxicity though. Toxicity would be like if someone comes into your stream and says, Farfa, you suck at Yu-Gi-Oh! You being like, bitch, shut the fuck up, or that might be a little too much, or you're an idiot. Like saying something like that instead of saying, oh, well, I'm sorry, I made a misplay. That's what I mean. Like having no filter to me can kind of be seen as toxic. You know what I mean? The most popular streamers aren't toxic. Did he just Nibiru him twice? Oh, maybe I swear he used Nibiru. Maybe it got negated by, I don't know. I felt like he dropped Nibiru already. Farfa is a cheater. Yeah, but that doesn't have any. Look, I'm not saying that the most popular people, chat, are toxic. I mean, yes, the most popular people on Twitch are probably the super nice PCs. I don't watch Pokemon, so I don't know. Selza could probably tell me about the XCPW dude. I don't know if he's like toxic or whatever, but I feel like toxicity, I feel like it does kind of sell, chat. I'm not saying it's the reason. What I'm saying is I don't think that you watch someone because they're toxic. I think that you still like the person in spite of them being toxic. And to come around with my, to come around with my point, I don't think that you can be toxic and have another negative or another huge negative flaw. That's when I think people stop liking you. I'll give you guys an example, right? I'll give you guys an example. I believe you could have I believe you can be toxic and people can still like you, but I don't think you can be toxic and racist. Like if you're toxic and racist, that's when I think like even your moderate person just is like, nah, that's too much. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm toxic, chat. I think you guys still like me because I'm just toxic. I'm not toxic and like a pedophile or something like that. If you're like a toxic and a pedophile, then that's when the average person with morals is just like, nah, people leave. You know what I mean? That's what I think, at least. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? John told me, wait, what? John told me that my mom was giving him head once. That didn't happen. John's too nice for that. The reason he has so many views is because he's toxic. I'm also, but also incompetent. People enjoy making fun of him. He falls over his own words and acts like an ass. Who are we talking about here? Killer Jetstorm. He's been getting better lately. It still happens. He's toxic and he sucks. Killer Jetstorm, who are we talking about? Are you implying that racist people cannot be toxic? No. What I'm implying is I believe that if you're a public figure, yeah, who are you? Wait, it did happen. He was he was drunk and you didn't clip that. You didn't clip that. People leave. You didn't clip that. Jeez. You know what we say on this stream, chat. Get dirt on tubers so that you can use it against them. No, my biggest point, chat, is that I believe you can be toxic and still be wildly popular. I believe that if you're toxic but you have another huge social flaw, I believe that second social flaw is when people start distancing themselves, and when you become, it's like you just become too unlikable at that point. Like if Trump was just super toxic, but no one believed that he had a racist bone in him, I think he might have won this election. But you can't be toxic and racist. Like that doesn't work. You can't be toxic and a pedophile. You can't be toxic and sexist. If you're two of those things, it just doesn't work. You know, but if you're just toxic, it works. Like I'm toxic, chat, but I don't have the baggage of those other three things. None of you guys thinks that I'm sexist or a rapist or, you know, a pedophile or anything like that. That's why you guys can come here and be like, yeah, would that exist? Yeah, there's lots of people out there. There's lots of people who are like toxic and sexist. You know, I don't think you can be super successful at like a public office, or at least not for a long period of time. Hold on, I wanted to see what Killer Jetstorm said, but I think it got lost in the Twitch chat. Cap, you a toxic homophobe? Prove it. Prove it. And transphobic. Does that count though? Does that really count? Did you see the clip where Trump said he'd date his daughter if he wasn't related? Didn't I just spin? Cause I would too. His daughter, I just told you guys, Ivanka Trump is fucking hot. I'm sorry, she just is. And plus, you know, he's the president of Alabama, so it is what it is. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm talking about Farfa. Okay, hold on. Let me. So you're talking about Nadir, and I'm gonna see what you wrote again, because now I gotta put it into the context. He gets so many views because he's toxic, also incompetent, and people are just. I don't agree with this. Look. I don't watch Nadir's stream, but you guys know what I think of Nadir. I think Nadir is incredible. I think he's one of the. I think Nadir is one of the smartest YouTubers. So that's just me. So I don't know. If you want to make fun of someone for being dumb, which you guys do that to me all, I don't claim to be the smartest person, by the way. So I don't really take that as an insult very often. But Ivanka is not hot. What? Ivanka is hot. You need the people leave. Dude, that's his daughter. As I said before, that's normal in Alabama. Okay, Shatner, Farfa smart, people leave. Farfa simp, people leave. Joe is a racist pedophile, but he isn't toxic. Are you talking about Biden? Biden's not a pedophile, dude. Just because he weirdly touches little girls, that's just part of being a cringy old, that's just part of being an old man. Yeah, you become cringy like you don't even know it. You know what I mean? I also don't think he's racist. You know, I know the whole thing about the things that he's done with the laws that he's signed into office, or the laws that he's putting in play. Some of those are like from the 80s. Dude, that's just about fighting crime. I don't know. I don't think like, look, here's the point. I don't think Biden did that. Like, he signed some bad laws that probably disproportionately affected black people. I don't think he intended on like, yo, we gonna get these fucking black people off the street. I think he was just like, we gonna get these people off the street. And if it has to affect black people, oh well. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you gotta be cold-blooded as a politician. At least I think. He lost his son. Who built the cages? Still trying to figure that out. I could touch on little girls when I get old. I don't know, Chad. Maybe. Touching little girls is legal. It was a different time. Hunter's laptop. Monka S. He lost his son. You know what's interesting? Big Pippin said that he didn't run in 2016 because of a tragedy. I had no idea what the tragedy was. Was that, chat? Was that the tragedy? Did his son die in 2016? Because I don't know. Like, I only keep up with politics every 4 years, chat. So if something happens and it's not in an election year, I generally don't care. But now I'm starting to care. So that was what happened. His son died. How did his son die? I'm curious. Yeah, I think it was what, Bo Biden, if I'm not mistaken. He was also in vogue to be tough on crime in the 90s, or the crack epidemic. He's not like a dumb person. I mean, incompetent at Yu-Gi-Oh! And in presentation. Killer Jetstorm, though. But all right, Killer Jetstorm. Here is I think the dirty secret of streaming. A lot of, and this is especially true in a bad format. The thing is, I think you're judging Nadir too harshly, because largely I think every Yu-Gi-Oh streamer, and some of these new streamers who have popped up, chat, you'll if you watch them enough, you'll realize they'll get to that tipping point. They don't really care about being good at Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, I think every content creator gets to that point. Like, at first we all take it personally. No one wants to watch. Yeah, there you go. No one wants to watch good Yu-Gi-Oh players. Like, I'm not trying to be toxic about it, Killer Jetstorm, but why does Nadir get 1,000 viewers and Cody Angeloff gets like 18? Oh, Cody Angeloff's a pro player. Who the fuck cares? Like, no one's watching you. Like, and that's not toxic. I'm not trying to put him down. I just, like, bigger content creators don't give a fuck about being good at Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, if you're saying, well, they all watch him to be bad, like, that's probably part of the act, to be completely honest. You know what I mean? So I don't think that, like, to me, that those aren't really negatives. Like, that's just part of, you guys know how I say, like, when you learn wrestling's fate, that's just kind of part of the act, or it's not even an act, but that's just part of, like, entertainment, part of being like a streamer. You know what I mean? Like, if Nadir wanted to just try hard and play competitive decks, he probably could do that and probably could be good, but it wouldn't be very entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, when you say people just watch Farfa to roast him in his chat because he makes a bunch of misplays and he sucks at Yu-Gi-Oh, like, none of those things are negative. Like, that's like every Twitch stream. You know what I mean? Like, go watch League of Legends or something. When Tyler 1 goes for some play and ends up dying and everybody laughs at him, like, that's just part of streaming. Like, Tyler could probably go full on try hard mode every single game, but it wouldn't be entertaining. And he knows that. His audience knows that. Like, that's just part of streaming, dude. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't really take that as, this is JoJo, right? Yeah. I don't take that as like a negative. Like, well, people only watch Farfa because of that. That's like everybody. You know? Hard stuck D3. He made Challenger at Jungle. Pretty sure.